Y'all know how I just said in the last video that to enter into your soft girl era, you're going to need to set boundaries. I think it's important that we redefine relationships after 30. We got to redefine them. Now, hear me. Granted, there are some forever relationships. There are some people that you will forever hold near and dear to your heart, right? We got it. Those are your for lifers. You know who those people are. Those people, at this point, you shouldn't be unsure about them. However, even your for lifers, there can come a time where them for lifers, their assignment end. Yeah, I know. Let's talk about it. For those who don't know, my name is Tay, and I am a mom, a wife, a boss, entrepreneur type of girly. I am a believer and I make content around weight loss, self-care, wellness, and lifestyle. Now we got that out the way, let's just talk. So I was just sitting here thinking about the video that I made myself. Yes, I watched my own video and I like to watch my content from the perspective of someone else. Like I watch it like it's not even me. And so I was watching the video, and when I start talking about setting boundaries, because if you pay attention to the video, I said I was going to give 5 tips, and I think I probably named 7. I think I actually named 7 things. But as I was watching the video, when I thought about setting boundaries and how people, they get used to the old version of you when you looking to glow up your life or do any positive change. Let's just pause. When you want to do anything positive, there will always be opposers. Yeah, write that on your journal. When you want to do anything positive, there will always be opposers. Always. Not sometimes, not there will always be an opposer. I don't care if that's whatever area of health, especially when it comes to health. So financially, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, when it comes to your health, there will always be an opposer. When you want to start losing weight, it's going to be somebody to say, you look fine the way that you are. I didn't say thank you, but I didn't say there was anything wrong with the way that I looked. I said that I wanted to be healthier. I said I wanted to be a better me. And I'm glad that you like the way that I look, but I don't like the way that I look, okay? I don't like the way that I feel. It's heavy, literally. So I wrote it on my mirror, I expect the adversity and opposition. When I started my weight loss journey in March, before I actually started my weight loss journey, I was expecting the opposition. I expected adversity. I wasn't in Lulu land thinking that every single thing was just going to work out perfectly. No. I knew that there were going to be moments, and I knew that there were going to be people that just gave that friction when it came to me moving forward to doing what I wanted to do. Now, don't get it twisted. That's not the end all be all. Like, nobody has the final say over your life, but just know that there are going to be some people and things that are out there just not to make things easier for you. I don't make the rules, I just pay attention. And from just being an observer and living life thus far, I see, that's my window. I see that opposers come when you are doing anything positive and productive. So, prime example, I was telling my friend, this was a while ago, I was telling my friend she was dealing with issues of inflammation. And I was telling my friend like all the great things that I learned about turmeric. And do you know, as I'm sitting there educating my friend, as I'm learning about herbs and all of this stuff, that her grandmother was like, I don't know about that. We got to ask the doctor about that. And all I could think about was, what? You got to ask the doctor about something natural? Like, we talking about a root vegetable we got to ask the doctor about? Do we ask the doctor, can we eat broccoli? Do we ask the doctor if we can go to McDonald's? Do we ask them if we can drink the tequila? Do we consult the doctor about smoking? We don't. But anything positive, people gonna be like, I don't know. You gotta ask the doctor about that. Am I lying? Tell me if I'm lying. Have you experienced that? Let me know in these comments what you tried to do thus far in your life. I don't care how old you were, how young you were. Let me know something positive that you went out to accomplish and what the opposer said about it. I just want to know. Because I know it's been something. Please entertain me because I want to know. But yeah, that's just crazy. So anytime you want to do something positive, there is going to be opposition. But don't let that get in your way. I feel like after 30 that relationships need to kind of be redefined. I've always said to go down and do an analysis, a yearly audit. Do a friends and family audit. Nobody is safe. Do an audit of the people that you spend your time with. Do an audit of the people that are in your circle. Do a audit of yourself. Do a self-reflection audit and just sit there and think like, you know what? I might need to reposition some people. You know, in companies every year they sit there and when it's time to hire, they look within first before they hire from the street, right? The job always gonna look within first before they hire from the street. They want to see who do I already have a relationship with, who already know the job, who already qualified, that's already in the camp. That's what they want to know. Who already qualified? Am I right? So we kind of need to do the same thing in our life. And sometimes, y'all, sometimes we just need to reposition people. Sometimes you just gotta let them go. No, but sometimes you just gotta reposition people. I could take full accountability that I have put people in my life in roles that they were not qualified for. I put people in positions in my life who did not even fill out the application for the role. I just was like, oh, I see potential. I know you're going to be good at that. You're going to be so good at that. You're going to be so good, best friend. You're going to be so good, sister girl. You're going to be so great at this. You're going to be able to help me with my online orders. You're going to be so great in my business. You're going to be great with kids. You're going to be TT. You're going to be TT Riri. TT. All of those things, right? But we put people in positions that they are not qualified for. And then we left looking crazy. Then we left with the short end of the stick. Then we are disappointed. We are upset. We are hurt. We are confused. We are bamboozled. But then we got to really sit and take a moment and be like, you know what? I got to take this one for the team because I did this to myself because you showed me who you were and I just wanted to fall in love with the potential of who you could be. We're not doing that no more because I seen the effects of that. That don't work. It don't work. It does not work. It will leave you drained. It will leave you feeling empty. It will leave you upset. But you only could be mad at yourself because you did it. Didn't nobody do that with you? Dry. I don't know where my lip gloss at. But yeah, you can't be upset at nobody but you because you're the one who did that. You sometimes are you cause yourself your greatest pains. You really cause yourself your greatest aches and pains because your heart is so big, and I know that. But the Bible says, above all, guard your heart. It say that. I don't know a scripture, but it's in there. And it says, guard your heart because people will try to use you. You think people don't know that you're a good person? You have nothing else to prove. There is nothing else to prove. You don't need a sticker. You don't need a reward. You don't need no public accolade. Because let me tell you, the people that you to do the most for, they the most silent. They are the most silent. One of the people who I did the most for, when I say they would get on social media and thank everybody in the world for everything that they've done, and literally I was at the same event with them same people, do you think they acknowledge me? Nope. And that's okay. You just let me know where we stand. Because you knew where we stood. I knew where I wanted us to stand. Child, listen. Before we go into this year 2025, I'm just telling you to sit down and really evaluate relationships. Make sure that the person that you have with that title that they have the skill sets, the resources, the capacity, and the desire to fulfill that role. So guess what? I don't care if y'all been friends for 40 years, 10 years, 20 years, that's been BFF. You might need to reposition them. And that's not saying, hear me well, that is not saying that we are no longer friends. Nope. Sometimes it don't even need to be a conversation with them. If you feel like there's a need to have a conversation, then have the conversation. Because sometimes the feeling is mutual. You know, just like a breakup, like, you know what? It's time for us to go. You know what? I've tried, I've done all I can, but it's time for me to go. No, but really, sometimes it don't even need to be a conversation. What they say, I've said all I can say. Sometimes there is nothing left to say. And you just need to go and reposition people. So that means, like, say you are used to calling, let's say Monica. You are used to calling Monica in your time of troubles. That is your friend with the listening ear. You could lean on me, shoulder to cry on. That is your girl, right? And then you started to finally realize who was telling your business, because you weren't telling nobody but Monica. You know for a fact. I know for a fact I didn't tell nobody about this but Monica. Didn't nobody else know. My husband didn't know. My man didn't know. And so when it get back to you and now you like, you know what? Monica don't mean no harm. I don't think that it's malice, but she literally cannot hold water. So maybe I need to reposition her. So maybe when something is happening in the moment, Monica not going to be the first person that I call. Maybe I just need to deal with some things for 24 to 48 hours within myself. And then when I do talk to Monica and tell her about the situation, I could filter through it, you know what I'm saying? And tell her what she needs to know. Friend, this happened, but at the end of the day, I'm cool. I'm okay. Sometimes they don't need to know all the details. Different people have different capacities. Understand that. Different people have different capacities. I know you love them. I know you trust them. I know they got this title. I know they're your bestie. I know that's your sis. I know that's your bro. But sometimes you just got to remain silent. Sometimes you got to reposition. Everybody don't have the capacity for what it is that you're carrying in that season. Everybody don't have good advice for what you're carrying in that season. So just be mindful of that. So I am getting ready to do this, as I always do, about repositioning people. And at the end of the day, it is for protection of me and it's protection of them. So I protect myself. I guard my heart. And I'm also protecting my friend that I love. I'm protecting the relationship by adjusting my expectations. And sometimes there is a conversation to be had, because sometimes we do a lot of assuming. We assume that automatically, because this person is my friend, that they automatically know about your expectations. No. I signed up to be your friend. That was it. I signed up to care about you, be loyal to you, have your back. If somebody swing, I'm swinging on them. I signed up to be your friend. And sometimes we put people in different positions that they didn't sign up for. So we need to have those conversations. So go through your list. Write down your top 10 people. And really see, one, is there a conversation that you need to have? Is there a grievance? Is there something that we need to talk about? Has something been bothering you and you've just been sweeping it under the rug like it's okay when you really know that you're not okay? Had a conversation. 2, look at the past year. Have you been a great friend to them? Have they been a good friend to you? Do you understand too that life just be lifing? And so sometimes it's not personal. They not acting funny. They really just going through something. They're dealing with life. And they respectfully decided to reposition you. They decided not to come to you and dump on you to protect your peace. So you're sitting at home offended that you ain't talked to this friend, but you also have not picked up the phone and really found out what's really going on. So go through, make your list, check it twice, and just see if there's anything that you need to do on your end. Because again, you cannot control people, but you can control you. You can control how you decide to spend your time, and you can control who you spend your time with. So just make sure that you are being wise in your dealings. So again, there are going to be people who only understand, only want to operate with the old version of you, the version that they was able to manipulate, the version that seemed familiar to them. A lot of people are not going to respond well to your growth, to your glow up, to your soft girl era, to your it girl era, to your I know who I am era. Everybody's not going to receive that. And it's up to you just to respond accordingly. Okay? All right. I'm going to see y'all back in another video. Your girl is here on her consistent journey, okay? I am here to be consistent. All the extra things not working out, we're not going to worry about that. We just going to go with what we have. But I'm here to stay. So welcome. See you in the next video. Bye.